welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you for a Dawn and Julia Create. So this week is my turn, and I decided that I really wanted to have a go at doing a 3D letter. So that's what we are doing. So we've got very basic supplies. So let me just quickly go through them. So we had to use this. This is absolutely fab, and they're super cheap on our lovely Julia's store. But these are by Mad Hatter, which Julia is one of their suppliers, which is awesome. And it is this what do you call it, lined paper. And it's been, it's like from a paper pad, which you've got these bits up there, and then it's got all the lines on it and stuff. And I just thought they were absolutely fab. They do come in a pack of 2, just so that you're aware. But I first saw this on our lovely Angie B's YouTube channel. She was the one who she'd got some and showed it, and I just fell in love with it. So I thought as soon as I can I was going to get one, and yeah, so I can do a 3D letter. So I've ended up putting it in a challenge just so that I know that I can do it. So that's what we are using. We're allowed to use any gessols that we want. I've picked my white out, but I think I'm going to be using some clear gesso as well, because I don't want to lose these lines. We're allowed to use some structure paste. We're also allowed Julia's writing stencil. I just thought it was perfect for this, and actually it lines up perfectly within the, just about within the letters. I mean, how cool is that? So I really wanted to add that. We're also allowed to add any letters that we have, so it can either be wooden or you can die cut them. So I can't remember where I got these from, but I have these dies here. So I've already done them just so I don't bore you guys, and then cut them out 3 times and then laid them up, so it makes it like a chipboard. And I chose Do Art Your Way to go on it. We're allowed to colour, we're allowed to use any watercolours at all. I have these 3 watercolours that I got in a scrawler box, and I thought, you know what, these probably look gorgeous. So this is a pearlescent silver shimmer, this is a mint green shimmer, and this one is a pearlescent pink shimmer, and they're by Jackman's Art Material, and they are, I used them once and they're gorgeous colours, and I thought, you know what, these are probably going to be perfect for this. And then the last thing that we can have is we're allowed to get 1 focal image out of our bit box. So now when I did this, although I do have this in my bit box, but I think that's sort of a bit cheating. Yeah, I've just sort of put everything in here. I was tidying up, but yeah, basically I have bought a new I'm trying to see what I have in here, a new sort of storage system, and it's got it all in one, but it's huge, and I don't think that's very fair to have a huge bit box. So I need to sort myself out a smaller bit box, just so that when Julia and I do our challenges. Now I do have a stamped image here actually, which was in my bit box. I think that would work perfectly. So yeah, let's use that. I'm hoping I can use watercolors on it, but we can only see. Anyway, right, what are we going to start off with? Well, first of all, let me grab my clear gesso. Clear, which one's open? Oh, this one, I think there's very little left in that. I need a brush, so get a couple of brushes. So the first thing that I actually want to do is I want to get some of this texture down. So I want to come in with my texture paste. This is just a cheap one from Tiger. It's actually about to dry out, so I'm thinking that I could probably do with adding some water to this. So I'm hoping it goes through here, but and it's just because I don't use it. I tend to use my gesso now through stencils and stuff. Do you know what, I am actually just gonna I think I'm just gonna water it down just to make it a little bit easier Okay, and see if that helps. We can only see, but yeah, oh actually yes, that does. It makes it a much better consistency. So let's put some, yeah, so it just needed a little bit of water added into it, because now it's moving lovely. So, you know, if your products are drying out, I mean, it's not going to harm them to try something like just adding a touch of water, because, I mean, they've already dried out. There's nothing, you know, unless you know how to save a product, then you don't lose anything by trying to sort of revitalise it. So, yeah, right. So this is what we're doing. So I'm loving doing mixed media at the minute. I know I've just received Julia's package for next month. How cool is that? Yeah, so for our next Dawn and Julia Creates, we had to buy each other £5 worth of goodies, and mine have arrived, and oh, I am very, very happy. So yeah. And thankfully Julia was very happy with what I sent her as well. So yeah, I hadn't realised though on that channel that we had to use everything, so never mind. Right, so I'm just getting in there. I want all of this all the way down. I'm starting to wish that I'd said we could have flowers or something else. Yeah, did I say we could have anything else? I think I was just thinking of certain things. Let me have a look at the email, because yeah, okay, so what did I say we could have? So we can use any gesso and texture paste, any watercolours, writing stencil, any form of letters, and one focal images. Yeah, I haven't put anything else in, so this is going to be fun. So I'm loving that. So because we haven't got anything else at all, because I was a bit silly, I am actually just going to come in with the texture paste, and I'm going to make some yeah, some sort of focal bit just with the texture paste. So like this. I guess I wasn't thinking clearly when I sort of set the challenge. So yeah, I might have made this a bit too hard, so I'm really sorry, Julia. I didn't think at all. Like I said, I knew the bits that I wanted to add on, but I'm thinking now that maybe we should have, yeah, because that's like really hard. But then I suppose that's why we do these challenges. So so yeah, right, okay, so as you can see, I'm just adding this texture paste on, and this is just going to give some sort of interest to our piece, because we don't have anything else. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit mean now. Like, I'm feeling very mean, but hopefully Julia will forgive me. Yeah, we will see. Right, so I'm just getting in there. I want this whole corner covered, really, I think. So yeah, and then I'm going to have to leave this to dry before we can start adding our paint and stuff on. But adding that bit of water it's really, really made a difference. So I'm really pleased with that. Now we're going to create some really funky texture, I think. Okay, so I'm just grabbing that. So then just have a look at what's around me, because I'm really like that. I'm wondering actually whether to have some up in that corner. I'm not quite sure. Right, I have a straw. So this is tools. We can use tools. It's just on my desk. I'm hoping so. I'm going to use it to create some texture. Hopefully I won't be on the naughty step. I don't think I will, because it's just part of your tools. You're allowed to use your tools, aren't you? And like I said, this is just a nice straw. But I just want to create some interest in our piece. Okay. So just going all the way around. So I use this straw with my alcohol inks, so it's just permanently in my little box. So I have, I tidied up, I have a little box now with all of my supplies that I use on a regular basis. So yeah, and this was in there. Right, I'm liking that a lot. So really gonna get that texture in there. Now I'm very interested to see what Julia has achieved. Now I know that she's going to be amazing at this. She always is. She just, yeah, I don't know, she wows me every time she does mixed media or journal pages. She just, yeah, she is amazing. So definitely go over and have a watch and see what she has created, because honestly, you know fine well that it's going to be amazing. There we go. Oh, look at that. Just blew that out. Okay, I'm going to put there and there. Right, okay. I'm liking that a lot. Okay, the last thing that I'm going to do before I go, because obviously, like I said, we're going to have to leave this to dry, is I want to stick these down. So I'm actually just going to come in with my art glitter glue, because it's just paper on two. I was going to use my gel medium, but actually I can get away with just using these. So yeah, so we're gonna get this stuck down, and then I think while I wait for that to dry, we'll colour in my image. Actually, I might just colour it in with my Copics, because I think it's being stamped with Memento ink. Okay, so I'm going to have it sort of staggered going down there. Okay, and then once all of this is dry, I'm then going to come in with my gessos. So I'm going to do white along here, and I'm going to brush it out, and we're going to blend it. I mean, I will come on and do it with you guys. So so yeah, because I think that'll look nice, because like I say, I want to keep some of this wood. I think the wood looks fab. So do art your way. So I'm hoping these have got enough dimension on it. I'm sort of looking at them, thinking and feeling them, and thinking, should I have put a little bit more on, like another couple of layers on. Okay, just going to pop some more glue on. I might need something to hold it down. I can't really do it without, yeah. So I'm just going to push that down. That's not going to stay. I'm going to have to hold that. I keep pushing it. Oh, right. Making a mess of this. Okay, you're down. Maybe I should have used my gel medium, but like I say, because it's just wood and paper, it should be fine. Should be fine. But I think because I've got that texture paste underneath, it's just finding it a little bit hard to sort of grab. So I might even have to bring in my glue gun, I think, as well. So if any haven't sort of stuck, I might just bring my glue gun in, and my glue gun can sort it. So, although, yeah, I'm going to put that on there while we put this one on. Right, I'm going to put the Y on first. So I'm just going to put that there. And then, because I am going to paint over the letters, because I'm thinking that I might just colour these in the letters. I'm not sure what colour I'm going to do them yet, because I might bring in my Winsor & Newton watercolours as well, but it'll all sort of depend on how I'm feeling, and yeah, which direction we go. And that's the thing with mixed media, you can start off thinking one thing, but then it'll come to it, when you come to it and when you start doing your different layers, you can really end up going in a completely different direction. So right, I'm just sticking all of these on there just because we don't want that to come up. So I'm going to pop that off to the side while that dries. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my little giraffe. I can't remember which one this is. I want to say is it Gabriella? But don't quote me on it because I'm not very good with that. Right, so, oh, I'm not allowed to use my Copics. I'm only allowed to use watercolours. Oh, I'm so glad I've just thought of that because, yeah, otherwise I would have been getting into trouble. Oh, so close. Right, what am I looking for? I need like a little water thing. And I don't know, oh, they're up here. Oh, right, so we're using watercolours. What about, I said any watercolours, so how about I use my watercolour pens? Okay, and I'm going to go with purple giraffe because you know what, why not? You can be as wacky as you want to be. So got a couple of purples there. We'll add a little bit of pink in. Right. Okay, so these are just watercolour brush pens. I have no idea where they came from, but they were a Christmas present from my really good friends, so I absolutely love them. So that's what we're going to use. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the pigment on the on my glass mat, so like so. And I probably will need some more colours, but for now I'm just going to start off with them. Let's put a bit of water in there. Okay. And then I need to be really, really careful because, just wet that off. Let's start with this colour because I don't think my inks, although it is actually on watercolour cardstock, so it might be okay. But yeah, I'm thinking definitely a purple giraffe, because why not? Who doesn't love a purple giraffe? There we go. Just making sure that we've got plenty of water on my brush and get that water in there. And then what I will do is once we've gone round and put this on, I think what I'm going to do is then do some shaded areas. I mean, it's not necessary, it's all preference really, it's all choice whether or not you add your shaded areas. Now I am colouring in a mouth, but this is very loose. I'm doing this very loosely. It's another thing I love about crafting is yeah, how you can do things so many different ways. There is no rules, and I just think that is fab not to have any rules, because at the end of the day, who wants to follow them? I know I don't. Right, okay, and right, so there's that. Okay, I think it was that colour, and I'm just going to put some more on, and what I'm going to do is we're just going to come back in where the shadows would be on, so just like this. Like I said, it's all going to be very loose. I'm not being yeah, too fussy about it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so how is everybody doing? I hope that you are all doing really well. So which, yeah, it is coming into autumn. I absolutely love autumn. Think about autumn, it makes me feel so good. The colour everywhere, it's just, yeah, it's just amazing. Absolutely love it. Right, I'm going to put that in her mouth as well, and then I just need to put some bits just up here. So yeah, you'll have to let me know, what's your favourite season? I think there's autumn seems to be quite a lot of people's favourite seasons. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? Like I said, my watercolour colouring skills are definitely beginner, but you know what, they don't have to be perfect. You know, if you like to do something, whether you're good at it or not, you go for it. I just want to try and get rid of that harshness there. Yeah, just go for it. You don't have to be good at something to enjoy it. Like I said, I am a beginner when it comes to watercolours, and yeah, I just absolutely love playing with them. So, right, okay, now I'm going to come in with this pink, and we're just going to do the her spots. So let's get them on. But I can't believe I very nearly went in with my Copic markers. Yeah, I would have ended up on the naughty step for that, which would not have been good at all. So really, really glad that I didn't. Oh, goodness knows what Julia would have in store for me. Right. So I'm just going to finish this off quite loosely. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything too fancy. Oh, what colour shall I do? Oh, see, this is where you could probably do with having a live, because I'm just wondering what colour to do everything else. I'm just going to do these few bits here. I'm very tempted to add some blue in. A little bit of blue. Let's have a look. I'm going to go with this, and then I might do this teal green as well. Right, let's try that. Oh, that teal green's lovely, and it looks as though it would go perfect with that as well. So yeah, that's definitely a good choice. Right, I'm just going to clear that off and then get some of this. And we're just going to do, oh, that is a gorgeous colour. The good thing about watercolours as well is you don't actually need a lot of colours to create. So like with alcohol ink pens, to do blending and stuff, you would need 3 pens to do a nice blend. Whereas with watercolours, you can actually blend using just 1 pen and get all the different shades. It all depends on how much water you add. I just think it is a really wonderful medium in which to work with. I really, really do. So yeah, so you really, you know, you could have like a 1 pen of each colour, and that honestly would be all you need. Might not be, well, it's all you need, but it's not it's not all you want. I know I have so many watercolour pens and watercolours, yeah, I just absolutely love them all, but I definitely don't need them all. So if you haven't got a large craft room or anything, but you want like to be able to do different shades and shading and things like that, then yeah, definitely the way to go. Right, I'm going to add this blue. I think I'm going to do the flower blue, or actually the eyes. So should we do the eyes? Oh, that's a nice blue. So yeah, I like that blue. It's so pretty. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do the flower blue. I need to bring in a nice yellow. Oh, doesn't she look lovely? She looks beautiful. Okay, so let's grab a little bit of this yellow. Actually, before I go on to the yellow, I just want to bring in some more of this green, just to add in our different shades now. So it's less, it's got less water in it now, so it'll come in nice and dark, hopefully, and it just gives us our different tones. and helps to bring your picture alive. Like I said, it's not something you really need to do. It's just whether it's personal preference, whether or not you want to. The more I've been colouring in, the more I like doing it, because I love how the end result looks. So, but like I say, you can just do bold colours. I think it all looks just as good. Oh, isn't that lovely? Right, okay. So, right, I'm just going to bring in this yellow now. And we're just going to go all the way around. Like so. There we go. Oh, I like that. So, that's going to be our focal image on our, yeah, on our plaque. So, I'm just putting that back in. Let me pop these pens away. So let's get them, yeah, put in here. And the other thing that is good about watercolor pens is you can actually use them just as felt tip pens. So yeah, like I say, I like them. So right, pop them in. Oh, that's off the water brush. Okay, make sure that's cleaned off nicely, and pop that in as well. Right, okay, so that is that. Let's grab some scissors and let's cut that out. Actually, before I do that, let me grab my cloth and let's just wipe all of this up, otherwise we're going to end up making a mess. I don't know where that came from, the little pumpkin, but yeah, otherwise we'll just end up making a mess. So this is just about dry, so I'm going to cut this out all the way around. Okay. Right, like that. And there. So yeah, I feel like I've gone very quiet. I don't normally I can talk for Britain. But yeah, I met up with our lovely Claire last night and we had a lovely time. So yeah, it was very nice. So yeah, next challenge, like I said, is going to be a fab, so do stick around for that. So I think it'll be up on the 4th Saturday of the month, and I'm not sure what date that is actually. I'll have to check. But I'm just hoping our Julia doesn't struggle with this challenge, because I am actually feeling quite mean now, because I really have limited the options. I really didn't think about this challenge at all, and yet in the last challenge she was saying how she likes how I always seem to come up with ideas, and yet I think yeah, there's very little that we've come up with today, like very little to use. So I'm sorry, Julia. Please forgive me. I know she'll forgive me. She loves me, so she's not going to. Oh dear. Right, okay, we're nearly there. So let's, because I want all the bits on. So all the little flourishes and circles and everything. Just because it's going to be the only sort of image that we've got. I have to say, I'm looking forward to colouring in the letter. That's going to be fun. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turned out. So yeah. Right, okay. So there we go, that's our image all done. So let's bring back this. Now it is wet still, which I thought it would be. I just want to check that these have stuck down nicely, and they have. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to quickly dry this so that I can finish it today, because I'm actually doing a Julia, and I'm, yeah, filmed this right at the last minute, which I don't normally, but I've been so busy. Oh look, oh how gorgeous is that? Right, Yep, I think this is going to look fab. Okay, so I'm going to quickly dry this. Yeah, so we can get it done today. But I highly recommend when doing anything with texture paste, or when you do a mixed media, do a couple of projects at a time, because then you're able to have plenty of drying space. Normally when I do mixed media, I do about 3 or 4 things. I'll do all of the bases on the one day, and then on the next day I do all of my colouring and finishing off, and it really does make a difference. So that's a tip that I would have for you. So let me just dry this off, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So that's just about dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my white gesso. So let's put some on the brush, and I'm just going to go in over this bit here and put some white gesso over the top. Now I'm going to be careful because I don't think underneath it's sort of dried on the top, but I don't want to burn it. Like I say, please do, if you've got the time, leave this to dry completely. It really does make the difference. I mean, you get different effects from not leaving it to go dry, which is really cool as well. So yeah, there's loads of different ways. Hi Lucy.
Hi.
So little Lucy's just come through. So yeah, keep I would definitely say make sure that when doing mixed media, try and have plenty of drying time if you can. So don't leave it to the last minute like what I've done. So yeah, well, I say last minute. When I say last minute, I'm talking about, this is like, I've still got a week. So it's not like too bad, but I like to be well in advance. So I like to do it 2 weeks in advance so that I know it's done. But yeah, like I said, life here has been so busy and just mad, hasn't it, Lucy? She's got her headphones on, bless her. Yeah, so it's just been a whirlwind this week. So everything I was going to get done, I haven't been able to do. So yeah, we're having to just yeah, try and get on top of things now. So I think I'm definitely going to make my deadline, but I've got so much to do next week. So my husband has just got a new job, and yeah, which is awesome. So no more husband coming in and shouting ninja. So we're absolutely chuffed a bit. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on. I think he's gonna, well, I don't think he'll like it much, but I think he'll get used to it. Right. Okay, so just right, so that's as far as I'm going to go with the white gesso. So then what we're going to do, I'm not going to change my brush, I'm going to keep my brush. I'm going to then come in with my clear gesso, and while I've still got the white on my brush, I want to make sure that I do this edge bit here so that it just all nicely yeah, blends together. So that's what I'm doing. So instead of just going in and doing it all over there, then coming in, because I've still got the white on the brush, I find it easier to do it this way. And that is blending out lovely. I'm gonna have to get another one out. Yeah, I got the other one. So I'm just making sure everything is nice and covered, because our gesso is our primer, so, and it really does make a difference. It'll help the watercolors actually move like watercolors, and I think that's dried out. Yeah, so it really is something that yeah, I would definitely suggest getting. It really helps. So I know that the watercolor will, instead of soaking into the wood, it's going to run now, and it's just that base, and you can put it over anything. So you can put it over, you put your gesso on metal, on wood, on paper, on acrylic, plastics, anything, and that helps you to be able to put any other mediums over the top of it. I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful product. I use 13 Arts gesso, which is really difficult to get hold of, which is always typical. I seem to find something that I really like and then it's really hard to get hold of. However, there is so many different brands out there. Pretty Gets Gritty is a good one to use. I know, I'm trying to think who else does. Dina Wakley has one. There's so many out there. I think even Tim Holtz has his own. But yeah, just I think it's just a matter of trying them and yeah, finding your preference. So I'm just going to bring some more yeah, gesso over this bit. Right, so I'm thinking that is looking good. Okay, so like that. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this off and then we're going to start colouring it. And I think it's going to turn out beautifully. So I will be back when it's all dry. Okay, so we're done. Let me just see if I can sort this camera out. It seems to be a little bit wonky. Anyway, how awesome is that looking? Oh, I'm so chuffed with this. Right, let's get the colours. So I am going to stick with these colours because I think, if I can open them, there we go. Yeah, I'm loving the colours of them, and I think just limiting my colours as well will be quite fun. Ooh, just looking at them and getting all excited. So I just need to that I forgot they were soft. Well, these ones are soft. The silver one is, sorry. How gorgeous is that? I remember the other ones, so obviously they must have dried, but that's fine because they are watercolour. They are reactive. You can reactivate them. So right, I'm going to spray lots of water on here. I'm going to spray water in those, and I'm just literally going to add on some colour. So just adding it on. I'm going to do, I think this, I'm just adding what's on my brush, but I'm just going underneath the letters with the silver just to get it off my brush and not waste it. Oh, it's lovely and shimmery. Right, okay, so I'm just going to grab the pink. I'm hoping it's not going to turn too much when we do this. So I'm just going to... Now I am going to end up, it's going to look like a hot mess, really is going to look like it's a hot mess, but what I am going to be doing is doing some dry brushing over the top with my white, which is what I do all the time, but I really do think it makes such a difference. Now the reason why I've just put loads on there is because I really want that texture to be picked up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray my water over it and then let it all just, yeah, oh, that looks lovely, and then let it all sort of drip. Okay, so there's that. Right, that is looking fab. And then I'm just going to grab some of this gorgeous green. I'm wondering whether to do the letters actually with it. So I'm just holding it up, but I'm going in with the letters and I'm just sort of dabbing it along the top of them, and because we've got quite a bit of water on the piece itself, it's actually working really nicely in our favour and giving us that drip look, which is just stunning. Do you know, I don't think I'm going to be adding much to this at all. Come on, I think, oh, let's do the top. So I'm just going to rub my paintbrush just along the top bits, like so, like that, and then grab my spray and we're going to just spray. Oh, how nice is that? Oh, that looks fabulous. So I really love that. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to lay that down. I think that looks, it's looking amazing. But what I want to do is I'm going to dry it, because it might be that I need to add another few more layers just to bring out the colour. So let's get this dry, and then yeah, and then let's see how it looks after that. So it's still slightly wet. I'm thinking I want to add in some more of the pink. So what I'm going to do is just grab some of the pink, and then I just feel like I want it to be a little bit darker. So again, doing exactly the same as what we did before, I'm going to just pop lots in this corner. I'm just going to, yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it with water, and then let that run all the way around. It just gives those softer edges. And then I'm just going to shut this on. So if you are got headphones, I am about to switch this on. So, and then let's see how that looks. I just feel like this needs to be a little bit darker in colour. Yeah, that is looking gorgeous. Right. Yeah, that is definitely made a massive difference. I mean, that it just looks absolutely gorgeous. Right, last thing I'm going to do before I dry it all completely, I just want to come back in with this silver, because I would really like to put more of this silver underneath the letters. So I'm just, oh, it's gorgeous, gorgeous silver. I'm loving mixing it. It's like just pure, like, yeah. Oh, it's just really nice. Right, okay, so just gonna go underneath the letters just like this, and then making sure to put quite a lot on, because then it's like sort of giving a shadow, isn't it? And why not? And then the last bit. Love it. Okay. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Right. Okay, let me just dry my mat off a second, and then what I want to do is just bring in a little bit of water into there. I'm just going to use my finger for this, just because that it's a bit too harsh, the lines. So when I looked up in the camera, I wasn't feeling the harshness. So I mean, like I say, really small amounts of water, but it's just enough just to help that move, and then let it all drip down. Right, I think that is my colouring done. So actually it didn't take very long at all. I'm loving how it looks. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow dry all of this now. I'm wondering whether or not to colour my letters in the green completely. I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe I should have done green over there. Yeah, well, I'll work out a way of making her stand out. Well, I am actually going to dry brush it, so I think that'll help. Or what if I sort of bring in just sort of, yeah, just a little bit. Oh, I like that. Yeah, so I'm not doing it low. I'm literally just putting a touch of the colours on to the letters. Yeah, I like that. Just so that we bring that pink in, I think. Right, yeah, I think that looks nice. Although, have I just spelt it? No, I don't think I have. Right, okay, let's get it dry. So I'm going to get it dry, and then I'll come back to you. Oh, if I can turn my camera off. Right, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we are all dry. So I'm just going to come in with my white gesso. We're going to do some dry brushing while I drop everything. So I'm just going to put a very small amount on my brush and just work it in. And the key to dry brushing is the small amount possible, the least amount possible, sorry. And then I'm not sure how, like, because we've used a watercolour, there some of this, the gesso is going to take on that pigment, so we're not going to get a bright white. But by doing like as least amount as possible and in layers, we are able to achieve yeah, that whiteness that we are looking for. But I absolutely love my dry brushing, as most of you know who have followed me for a while, and those who are new. Yeah, I tend to dry brush on all of my mixed media projects. I just think it brings out that gorgeous texture. See, as you can see, it's not really coming out yet because that colour is mixing with the white. That is fine. So I'm just going to keep going and keep putting in those layers. Now I'm putting quite a bit of white on this bit, and the reason why is because that was just blending into the background. So I'm wanting this to be a lot paler than what we had it. So that's why I'm sort of going quite heavy with yeah, with my white here. So in the same spot. Okay. Oh, I just realised I didn't even put black pen on the list. Oh, poor Julia. I'm so... Oh, I really have been mean. Oh dear. I'm so sorry. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Just a little bit there. So as you can see, it's gone like a really pale pink now. Yeah, but it's all good. I mean, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. I just want it up at the top. So really, yeah, make it sort of distressed look. I like that. And as it says, do art your way. There is no right or wrong way. There is just your way. Yeah. And it's all about enjoying yourself and having fun as well at the end of the day. So if you're having fun, then isn't that all that matters? Oh, I do like this. I like it a lot. Right, because I am thinking splashes, and I was thinking black splashes by using my black gesso, but actually I don't think I want to add any black onto this. So I think what I might do is do splashes in the pink and the green. So I think that will look nice. Okay, last little bit. Right. Oh, I just love it. I love how pastel it's went. Right, let's do some splashes. Let's get them on. And then I think let's put our character on. And I think we can say that we are finished. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of pigment. And then we're just going to grab that, and hopefully might need a little... Oh no, we're good. Oh, I absolutely love splashes. They really do make a difference. Although, I have to admit, they get everywhere. So, right, okay, so there's that one. Okay, now I want to come in and do the green. Okay, so let's get some green on our brush. I need a little bit more water. Okay, there we go. And then, yes. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Brilliant. Right, okay, so there we have that. Now let's get our gorgeous giraffe on. She's just going to sit there like that, and yeah, I can definitely safely say we're finished. How cool is that? Right, I'm looking for some dimension. Right, I have some foam pads here. I don't normally use foam pads, but I do have a lot in my collection at the minute. I have loads of little tiny ones, and then I've been collecting all the ones from magazines and stuff, so it's time to get them used. So that's what we are doing. Okay. I think I'm going to be able to sit right. Okay, so I'm just going to take these off. Just because these come off very easily, so I don't trust these just to put glue over the top of them, so like I do with most of the others. I'm just thinking I should have probably popped in my glue gun, but I didn't. So yeah. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you just a little bit of inspiration. For more inspiration, do go over and see our lovely Julia. She'll have absolutely knocked this out of the bag. She'll have made this amazing. I just know it. I'm actually going to come in with some gel medium for this one, just because we're going over the top of texture paste. So I'm not quite, I don't quite trust it, so I didn't wash that off, and I haven't washed my stencil off. I'm hoping if I soak it, it'll be fine. So yeah, so just because we've got the what do you call it, the texture paste, I want to just make sure that this definitely stays and it doesn't come up. So that's why I'm using gel medium for this. Right, okay, let me put that in there. And then she can just sit on there like so. Oh, doesn't she look fabulous? She does. She looks absolutely amazing. So there you have it, guys. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, do I need to put a little bit of shadowing on the letters just so that you can see them a little bit? So I'm just going to grab a paintbrush. And I think I'm going to do it in the green, but I'm just wondering if we just sort of go down the side like this, you know, just so that we can, they stand out just that little bit more. Yeah, I'm thinking so. I'm liking how it's looking anyway. Because they're just sort of blending into the background just a little bit. So yeah, oh, I like that. And let's do that to all of them. I just love this greeny colour. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to go all the way around and around the bottom. You can't quite see the silver, but however, when you do move it, or you move your head to look at this, the silver really shimmers. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm glad I put the silver down. It just didn't do quite what I wanted it to do. Okay, and then nearly done, guys. Right, water, and then down here. But it's just those little details, isn't it, that just make all the difference to your piece. So it's worth just taking that extra time to do something. Okay, and then in there. Oh yeah, See, that just helps them stand out just that bit more. I mean, how nice does that look? So yeah, definitely finished now. Really, really pleased with that. So thank you everybody so much for sticking with me. If you stuck with me to the end, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment, because it really does help my channel be seen. So please do. Also, there is a link in the description box to our lovely Julia. Please do go over and watch her video, because she's using the same products, and no doubt she'll have created something completely different, and I bet it looks amazing. So do check that out, and also please do subscribe to her, and yeah, give her a thumbs up and a comment, and let her know that I've sent you if you're new. But that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's inspired you to get crafting and to do something new today, and I will see you again in another video very, very soon. Until then, please do take care and happy crafting. Bye.